Shalom, Kol Haloyim, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachak Kudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. I just wanted to push out another video concerning prophecy. As we know, the Bible talks about wars and rumors of war, and it also specifically prophesies of World War III. And so I just wanted to talk about what you see right here on Google that I typed in. It says North Korean missile launch, and this is fresh, 21 hours ago, 18 minutes ago, 10 hours ago on Newsweek. So I clicked on this one from USA Today, and as you can see, the title says, once we go to it, okay. It says North Korea Intercontinental Ballistic Missile, ICBM, tests records longest ever flight time. And this is very important because, as you now know concerning the video topic, the weak are saying that they're strong. Matter of fact, they're showing that they're strong. And this is one way that they're doing it. So we're going to read a little bit of this article and jump into some prophecies. North Korea test-fired an intercontinental ballistic missile that flew for its longest ever recorded flight time and with a theoretical range capable of striking the U.S. mainland, South Korea, and Japan's militaries, reported Thursday. It marked North Korea's first ICBM launch since December and comes as a reclusive nuclear-armed country may be seeking to grab U.S. attention ahead of the November 5th presidential election. Let me close that out. The launch also comes as the nation has ratcheted up its rhetoric against the U.S. allies, South Korea and Japan, and as NATO and the Pentagon estimate that North Korea has sent about 10,000 soldiers to train in eastern Russia for possible eventual deployment in Ukraine to support Russian President Vladimir Putin's war effort there. So here you also have your wars and rumors of war. North Korea, and this was like maybe a week or two ago that happened. North Korea sent around 10,000 soldiers to eastern Russia. It also says the ICBM was in the air for 86 minutes, beating its previous record by 13 minutes. It was launched from near North Korea's capital, Pyongyang, and traveled for about 620 miles before crashing into the sea in waters of Japan, off Japan. However, because the missile was fired at what Japan's defense ministry described as a very high angle, reaching an altitude of about 4,350 miles, this means it could in theory have flown much farther. Anchorage, Alaska is fewer than 3,700 miles from North Korea. Washington, D.C. is about 6,800 miles from Pyongyang. So what they're saying is because of the specific angle that they fired off that missile, they're saying, look, this thing can go much further with probably a lower angle, not as high of an altitude up in the sky. If it was more diagonal, a little bit more horizontal, it can go much further, potentially reaching Washington, D.C. or the U.S. mainland, as they're saying. And this is the point that I wanted to get down to and read. It says, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un said Thursday's launch showed our will to respond to our enemies. And this is what made me in the spirit think of this title, of course, from Joel. The weak are now showing that they're strong. They're not just talking about these things, they're showing that they're strong. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un said Thursday's launch showed our will to respond to our enemies. According to comments he made to his country's state media, Kim described the test as appropriate military action. So that's the point. I wanted to read down to that paragraph right there. Once again, this is the title of this article. And really, if you just type in North Korea ICBM test, like I mentioned, it's a very relevant topic. You're going to get articles on it yesterday, 18 minutes ago, not too long. So very, very relevant. The Bible talks about this, wars and rumors of wars. But before we go there, I wanted to grab this, Joel 3, verses 9 and 10. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. And that's what Kim Jong-un, the leader of North Korea, is doing. He's preparing for war. You don't just test these ICBMs out for no reason not to ever use it. He's showing it off, as he said, letting the U.S. and all their enemies know, look, we're ready. So war is being prepared. And the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is doing this. He's working on the minds of the leaders of these different nations, all to fulfill prophecy. So it says, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. So that's the point. They're saying it, they're showing it, they know it, they truly believe it, especially because they're going to have backing. All these nations get together, like North Korea, like Russia, China, Iran. And all of them, you can already see it, even Turkey. We can already see them banding together to come up against the U.S., that bully that now nobody is afraid of. Let's jump over and let's get it, because it's a very straightforward precept, and I quoted it. Matthew 24, verse 3. Verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, and shall deceive many. Now this is the point. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of war. You have these different nations preparing war, putting money into their military and their missiles and everything. So this is a war and a rumor of war. You can come in. I'm just making a video.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all good. Straight. So once again, verse 6 says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. So we're bringing this out because it's biblical prophecy. Not just to show you random articles. What we're doing is we're measuring the time, letting you know what this article is saying, this video is saying, and we're tying it in with what the Bible said will be happening in the end days. Now the elect can be warned and be edified and know who are the true prophets of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So, as I mentioned, the book of Revelation specifically shows World War III, and it's Revelation 11, verse 14. It says the second woe, that's World War II. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly, meaning it's right around the corner. And if John the Revelator, as they call him, wrote this somewhat around 2,000 years ago, little over 2,000 years ago, and he's saying it cometh quickly, how much more now us in these times reading it here in Babylon the Great, when we can see it. We see all the different prophecies coming to pass at the same exact time. So we know we're living in the end times right now. We're measuring the times. We're seeing these different military powers all banding together, as the scriptures say, putting their money towards their military, towards getting better, longer range ballistic missiles, ICBMs. So we're living in the time in which end time prophecy is being played out. Let me grab one more precept, very last one, in the book of 2nd Ezra 16. Because the Bible uses even just one word as an analogy. So when you hear about the archer, the bow, things like that, the glittering sword, horses, it's referring to missiles. So we can grab one of those in 2nd Ezra 16 here. And yeah, 6 and 7 is good. Let me see. That's good. I'll just read verse 13 though. It says, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. It's talking about nuclear missiles here. For strong is the right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and he shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. And if you want to get even more specific, you can say that the bow here is referring to the silo where the missiles are launched out of, just like how an arrow is launched from the bow. So you have the silo, and then you have the arrow, which is more specifically the missiles. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. No one shooting a bow and arrow across the sea from country to country. So this is obviously referring to nuclear missiles. Going into the plagues, because that is one of the plagues that the Lord is sending to this earth, nuclear missiles. That's why verse 14 says, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. So that's it. I just wanted to bring out this video. Let me see. 16 is good too. Yeah, the whole thing is good, but the point was made. Like I mentioned, I just wanted to bring out this article in this video, just showing once again that we're measuring the times and we're lining things up to let the elect know that we're living in the end days, and of course to be warned and edified. So Lord's willing, that's exactly what it was to the elect. It was edifying. Call Loyum Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai by Hashem Nachakudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, the great millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.